Roettger.
Hey.
Came to speak with me.
Yes. Oh,
How can I help you?
Oh, so no, today. So I don't know if it was you. The lady who works in there told me she didn't know whether or not the person who called me today. There was 2 phone calls I got while I was at work from a private number.
Yep.
So I just immediately I can't call that number back.
Okay.
So I just thought that it was you or somebody here at
I
Middleton.
left a voicemail.
You left a
I
voice.
did call
You
you
did?
today, yeah, and I left you a voicemail.
Really?
Yep. You asked me to call you
Yeah.
after I looked into the incident.
Yeah.
the other
No,
day.
I didn't get a voicemail
Huh.
notification.
Well, I did leave you a voicemail. I'm not sure what happened. So I just wanted to tell you that I was able to make contact with the driver.
Okay.
After reviewing the video, talking with the driver, the most appropriate response from me for this incident is
Yeah.
to warn the driver for the driving behavior
What?
during that incident. Yes.
That's a highly illegal driving.
So it's a traffic violation.
Yeah.
I was not there, okay? That is a factor in this, okay? If I were to see it happening at the time
Yeah.
and be able to take in more information than I can just from the video and the dash cam,
Right.
that might change things. But based on what I have seen in the interviews that I've done, the warning is what we're going to do this time for this incident.
All right. So that's okay. All right. Wait. That's incredible. I'm not. I don't actually have any bad feelings. It hurt feelings, but I don't have I don't want some bad things to happen to people. But I do believe that what that person did is really bad. That's a really bad thing to do while you're driving on the road. So I don't believe it's appropriate to ever do that to anyone at any point while you're driving. And warning someone not to do that is very far under what it's appropriate to.
Well, I'm sorry.
Wait, let me finish. It's like warning somebody not to do that. It's like telling a kid or telling an adult not to go to church or do something bad in a place that they know it's inappropriate to do that. You know what I mean? It's and one more thing. So I'm just telling you how I feel about what you just said. So I know you don't care, but I just want to tell you quick. I do believe that what somebody driving like that is not a warning. It's like maybe there's no. I'm sorry. It's something that's squeezing my chest really tight. And it's hard for me to talk. So I know you're busy and stuff, but I'm trying to just get that out really quick. I know that maybe what normally happens, not forgetting to turn your lights on while you're driving at night is a warning. Forgetting to switch lanes and signal at the same time is possibly a warning. But driving in a lane where you cut in front of somebody at a high speed, like a dangerous lane, possibly accident-causing action, is worse than giving somebody a warning that you shouldn't do that.
So you feel that they should be getting a ticket?
I think it's worse than the warning. That's what I think. I think what they did is way worse than telling somebody, "Hey, you can't do that," because of what they did.
Yeah. I think it's important that you understand.
What'd you say?
It's important that you understand that I only have one view of what happened,
Yeah.
and it's from your dash cam.
Yeah,
I wasn't there,
yeah.
and that is a factor.
But I showed you exactly what happened from video footage.
But again, it's difficult to understand absolutely everything about that incident, okay? I can't see the driving behavior that occurs before they pass your vehicle. I have a difficult time seeing where you're positioned in the lanes.
There's only one lane. So they would have to wait until I pass through the intersection.
I'm not looking to have my time to explain.
Okay, but you said
The
there's,
video that you have
yeah,
was very helpful. And that's a major factor in me being able to go and speak to that driver at all. Okay. So I know that you're upset and that all they got was a warning.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you're upset about that. At the end of the day, based on everything that I saw,
Yeah.
that seems like it's the most appropriate outcome for this incident this time.
okay. You said there was no lane. There's only one lane. There's only one
There's
lane.
one turn lane.
Yes.
There are 2 additional lanes that are supposed to go straight.
and I was in the furthest lane to the left.
Yep.
So they
And
can't, there's no
another one
room.
for a right turn at that spot.
Yeah,
So what I saw is a violation,
yeah.
but a lot of traffic violations end in warnings.
Oh, so it's so even if you've
Just
seen
because I
it,
observe a violation
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I'm going to give a ticket.
right, so even if you were there at that time, you might have given them a warning?
Maybe, but I wasn't there. Okay, so I don't want to play that game.
Okay,
But based on what I've seen and what I know right now, a warning is the most appropriate way to move forward. Now, if there are additional violations with that same person, that would probably change things.
all right, did you see the video with the other person that did this exact same thing?
I did not. Was it the same car?
It wasn't the same car, but it was the exact same thing.
So I can tell you with 100% certainty that this person does not know me.
How do you
It
know
has
that?
nothing to do with the prior incident.
How do you know what one
Just
of,
based on my conversation with this person,
yeah,
they don't know who you are.
they could lie to you.
They could, but I don't think that they are.
What makes you believe they're not lying to you? Just for,
Again, just based
just for
on
my sake.
who they are,
Yeah.
what their record looks like.
Oh, it doesn't
the
have to be
fact that
criminal.
They don't know who you are. They don't seem to have any
Social.
history that would lead me to believe they've ever crossed paths with you.
Right, but community
And
gossip,
they definitely don't have any reason to have contact with you in the future.
they also don't have any reason to make that maneuver. They have absolutely no cause to drive the way they
So
drove.
the person did say that when the light turned green,
Yeah.
you were moving forward fairly slowly, and it almost looked like you were going to move into a different lane to
No.
go straight. I know that you're saying that's not what happened.
Okay,
That's what they are saying happened.
okay.
And after they became a little confused by your driving behavior as
Yeah.
you were moving forward slowly, that's when they decided they were going to make the left turn.
I had my signal light
And
on.
again, that's part of what makes it difficult for me to
Yeah.
only see it on
Yeah.
video.
Right. So there was another car coming forward, and I always like to make sure that the vehicle driving towards me in the same opposite lane, making the opposite turn, will have enough room to make their turn so that you don't bump heads. So when you drive forward, you're supposed to drive forward slowly so that you don't have an accident with the car that's also making the same, because these two cars are headed towards each other. And one car is going left and the other car is going right. So the person behind me should be aware or can't see the car in front of me. So they could make a mistake. They could make a driving error by trying to make a maneuver in front of me inappropriately because they don't know that there's another vehicle in front of me that could be going straight, could be turning left, could be turning right. You don't know that. So that's why you're supposed to wait until the person in front of you completes their turn. Okay, go for it.
The fact that you and I have to have this conversation where we go back and forth like this already, this
Yeah.
much, kind of supports that the warning is probably the best thing for this incident.
Why is
Because
that?
I wasn't there, because I didn't see all of these different things that are happening.
What does
You
this conversation have to
explain.
do with
The
the...
driver explained to me. So, right now,
Okay, but what does this conversation have to do with what happened in the streets?
what do you mean?
What does this conversation between you and I have to do with what happened
Well,
between...
you're trying to explain things that you think that I missed in the video or that I'm not noticing, and it just is really supporting that the video doesn't show everything that I might see if I were there and I witnessed it in person.
Okay. Well, that
Things
person
that
made a
might
bad
push me
turn.
from a warning to a citation, but without me actually seeing it,
Yeah, that's why
it
people
doesn't
have
make me
cameras.
feel
So
very
that,
comfortable about writing the ticket.
right, that's the point of dash cams.
So I like the dash camera, and again, that is a major factor in me actually being able to track down that driver and have the conversation.
Yeah.
But because I'm still missing some parts of what I would like to see,
What would I need in the future?
you're doing great, okay?
But
just know that not every traffic violation will lead to a ticket.
Yeah, that's if somebody brought you a camera, that's okay. That's
I
retarded.
don't want to get into
Yeah, hypothetical.
what it is.
But-
I'm telling you what happened during this incident.
Yeah.
I know you're upset by the outcome. I'm sorry that you're upset.
Yeah. But I'm looking for. I'm not upset anymore. I'm looking for rationality.
I'm not going to sit here and give you a big, long explanation about exactly why I did it.
I need to know so that in the future, if something bad happens, if somebody commits another traffic violation or somebody swerves into me or causes this happens again, what do I need to prove to you or any other police officer?
There's only so far that you can go.
Yeah.
what you're doing is great. You're driving defensively, at least as you're telling me. You're saying you're waiting to make sure that you can make a turn safely.
Yes,
You can't control the other drivers around you.
correct.
So you're driving defensively. You have the dash camera. Those are all great things. But there's nothing that you can do that will 100% of the time guarantee that someone that commits a traffic violation in your vicinity is going to get a ticket.
Really? Holy crap! I had no idea. So you actually tell.
Honestly, this
Yeah.
response
Yeah.
for a traffic complaint
Yeah.
that I didn't witness is getting a lot more follow through than most would get.
Because it keeps happening. So the reason I came
And
back in
that's-
to
you're
deal
saying
with
it
this,
keeps happening.
because people keep
It
driving this way
sounds like
around
you're
me.
concerned that these people are doing it intentionally to harass you.
Yes, because it keeps happening.
This person in this incident had absolutely no intent to harass you.
Okay. But if you keep seeing the same things over and over again, wouldn't you want to know whether or not that is a bigger problem with you than just one person doing something bad one time as a stranger instead of multiple
I'm sure it
people?
would seem strange if it happens over and over and over
Yeah.
again. All I can tell you is that this incident had no bearing on any of the previous incidents, and this person did not want to harass you or bother you.
All right. In
That's
the
all
in
I
the
can tell you
high-speed
right
chase after this happened, like the
So-
driving at 80, 90 miles an hour.
I can't see how fast you're going in the video.
Right.
footage. One thing I will tell you, if there are other traffic violations in the future, you should not follow that person.
Okay.
If you have enough information from your dash camera and from your observations to give me a direction of travel, a vehicle description, and a plate, that's fantastic.
Okay.
But you shouldn't follow the people. Okay?
No. I only did that wrong because I have a memory loss. I have like a memory problem.
I'm just telling you. What
I
you should do
understand.
in the future.
So in order to collect that information, the only way to do it is on the phone call. So you would have to call, like for me, I'd have to call 911. So it took me, so while I was following this person, I was dialing 911 and trying to tell 911 the information you just told me to collect before I had to.
I understand that
Yeah.
if you have the memory issue, then maybe that would be one of the only ways to do it.
And then as soon as I told
would
911,
also
I stopped
urge
following.
you to, for just a standard traffic violation,
Yeah.
no crash and no one getting hurt, then instead of calling 911, I know that it's happening right now, that you would just contact a non-emergency number instead.
Yeah, that's what I do. I do that too.
Okay.
I have done that.
I just want to make sure that
Yeah, I do. But the person at the non-emergency number when I called, they told me they're like the same. The 911 and the 911, the non-emergency number. There was two people.
they go to the same place.
Yeah, the same people answer.
But 911 is reserved for serious emergencies, not just minor traffic violations. Okay.
All right.
So a non-emergency call would be more appropriate.
Okay. So that behavior plus the driver driving at like 90 miles an hour after that, they made that poor turn decision. Doesn't that equate to like a more serious type of poor driving decisions?
I mean, it is definitely not good driving behavior, but I also don't know why they're driving that way.
Okay.
You, by your own admission and the camera footage, are following them. That intimidates a lot of people and scares them. So that might be a factor in
No,
why they're driving the way they're driving. I don't know.
Okay.
Because again, I wasn't there.
All right, but you can't use fear. Wait, unless he made a threat, I don't think. If I'm afraid of somebody behind me, I can just jet at 90 miles an hour, unless that person has made it clear that they intend to hurt me.
Yeah.
So I didn't make it clear that I intended to hurt anyone.
I'm not writing them a ticket,
I understand that. That's not what we're past that.
and I'm worried that we're getting into the weeds on this, and we don't need to continue going down this road, okay?
No, all
I've
right.
explained everything that I can to you.
I understand. You got to go. You're busy. You don't have time, and you feel like I'm questioning you. But it's only because I like to know things.
More that I can tell you now.
Okay. I like to be fair. I like things to happen fairly. I like to have things happen the way you expect them to happen. I know I see these things on TV where people record people doing bad things, and then you hear from police officers watching those things, and then police officers actually like citing those people for what they seen on the videos.
And we're very close to that person getting a citation today. But in this situation, a warning seems more appropriate. So
Okay, it's your call. It's your decision. But I'm just telling you, that's why I'm asking these questions, because I had different expectations. Just normal expectations from what I've learned in my life of what happens when you record someone doing something bad, and then you tell police officers later, and they see what you saw, and then there's like the same process should have happened here. So that's why I'm asking these questions.
Okay, got it. Anything else I can do for you?
Nope, that's it.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Did you just? So, right at the end of the video, it's culture. It's racism. Like, whatever that mean mug was, but like right at the end of the video, it's racism. When you go like this at the end of the video, he just did it. I recorded him doing that. I don't know why he did it. I don't call racism without actually seeing it, unless I know it. So when you mean mug the video camera at the end of the video, it's like, I think it might not be racism, it's like hatred. It's like, I hate that camera. I hate the camera you have. So maybe that was all he was talking about. Maybe he's like saying, I hate that you recorded me on camera. But for the last second, if you guys watch this video, the last second that man looked at me, he stared at my camera and like angrily looked at it, very angry, for like half a second, like a split second. So watch the video, look at the last second. The guy stares at my camera. He was supposed, and I do believe he was supposed to write that guy a citation, but he decided to protect that individual from being cited for what they did. But that's okay. I'll just keep telling as much as I can. I'll just keep telling.